What's up, ticket holder? It's your boy Jay-3.
I'm Ronin Joe Genji.
We got this movie review for you guys. We do the movie review this time.
You said
man.
review.
Yes. Yes.
Exciting.
Yes.
It is. It's been a while.
Sorry we late, guys, but we saw it was so much stuff last night watching the Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming. Personally, me and the homies, we went to go watch it at a 7 o'clock showing. It was some issues with the fire alarms. It kept shutting the film off, so we had to wait an additional 2 more hours to watch the 10:30 film.
Yeah.
That's when I hit you. I was like, bro, you can show up, because he had to work.
Okay.
And he had worked that 8-hour shift, so I knew he was kind of like dead after that.
Yeah.
So then we watched it. We got out like around 1.
About 1:30ish. Yeah.
We kind of did a little chat. Came home to we came over here to do the review. Didn't have it in us, man. Said F it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. We wake up, we'll do it.
Yep. That's what
I was tired. It was too much. I actually had got a migraine watching it. Like, you know what I mean? We were sitting so close.
It happens.
I think I'm sitting too close to theater lately. My head's been, teeing me out.
We was in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were. Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna give you guys a spoiler-free review.
That's right.
We're gonna tell you what we like, what we didn't like, the stuff, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that stuff. You already know. So let's get into this thing, man.
Go.
All right, shoot, it's Rogue One, bruh.
Star Wars Rogue One, directed by Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, starring Felicity Jones,
Mads
Mikkelsen, Forrest Whitaker,
Alan Tudyk, yeah, Riz Ahmed.
Decent cast.
Yeah, it was a decent cast.
A couple, I would say, well, you got Forrest Whitaker's probably the only A class out of that.
Yeah,
I'll say there's actors.
There's 3 main stars I liked in the movie, but still were kind of wasted.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right.
We'll get into it.
All right. So if you guys don't know about Star Wars, this is not based on technically the storyline of Star Wars. It's an event that happened before Episode 4, The New Hope. Yeah. This is Rogue One. This is basically the story that takes part when before the plans are delivered to Princess Leia. This is the mission before Princess Leia gets the plans. This is the setup for all that.
Right.
So this is in the beginning of Star Wars when she's talking to R2-D2 and stuff like that. She was given plans. Felicity Jones' character, Jen, what's her name? I mean, look, Jen Erso.
I got you.
Was the lady to get the plans. So that's what this movie's all about. Basically getting plans. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. It's very simple. Like you pretty much know that. It's a simple story though. But when you think like one-off, spin-off, you're like, oh, it's gonna be some interesting stuff. And they touched on interesting things. And again, it was cool to see nice little war montages. But again, it was like the first act just felt like it was gonna go somewhere. And it's just dreadful like to get through. Like it's very painful to watch those first 45, 50 minutes. So it's some nice scenery.
I thought the first. I'm gonna be real with you. The first hour, bro, was pretty damn cool in certain, like that first scene when you get introduced to
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen.
And his family.
I thought that was a pretty good scene.
It looks beautiful visually, cinematography and all that was cool. Yeah. But like I'm gonna tell you, Gene, like when this first started and I seen that scene, I'm like, all right, we're in. I started scratching my head, like trying to get comfortable. Like when you do that, it's not a good sign. Gotcha. And I did that for a while.
You think it's due to you working all day?
Nah, just like I want to see something. It's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's supposed to let them know.
It's supposed to be amped. It's supposed to be amped, and it wasn't.
Yes.
They showed some good things. We got introduced to a lot of new characters, but they weren't interesting. I didn't care for them. They didn't do much. It was like they came and said their piece, and then it was like next scene.
Got you.
So I was kind of just teed off of that. But like I said in the beginning, there were 3 main characters I like. I like Forrest Whitaker's character, Guerrera. I like Mads Mikkelsen's character, and I like Donnie Yen's character.
Yes.
They were the show stealers for me.
Donnie Yen was tight.
He was very cool. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with. I need to sound how to stick though, but I love the way he said it. I love how he delivered the line. I felt it.
His English is on point.
Yeah, he's very stoic. He's one of the international actors that can really be stoic and deliver on action and be dramatic. And I don't like the fact that the mainstream is not embracing him, because Donnie Yen is a solid actor.
Yes.
We come to see him for the ass whoopings. I agree with that. But there's more to him, and I agree with what you said. There's more to him.
Yes.
And that goes to my negatives. They wasted him. Because Donnie Yen is real.
All right. So, You went right into it, man. Oh,
I'm sorry.
You led me into the negative.
Perfect.
Let me get out the negative, man. All right, I'm gonna give you some positive. I thought I'm glad the movie was Rogue One, not a Star Wars film.
Okay.
Technically, this did not feel like a Star Wars film. It had a lot of plot holes for me.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't care about none of that shit that happened. I don't care about who got the plans and that stuff like that. It felt like its own film. And I guess that's a good thing, right?
It should be, yeah.
It felt like its own film. I'm gonna backtrack. It felt like its own film. It didn't feel like a Star Wars movie. They were trying to incorporate Star Wars into it, but it was so on its own, it just didn't mash well.
Keyword, trying, yeah.
It didn't mash well.
They didn't succeed well. They were trying.
It was like, stop it.
It was very obvious. And that's another problem. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't surprising.
It wasn't like, oh my gosh. It was. Yes, they showed a couple things here and there that was like, okay, cool. I recognize that guy. That's the guy that's gonna be here, and that's the guy. I recognize certain situations, but they weren't needed. Like they were trying to fanboy certain situations to give this movie its umph. And that is not what you do.
Let Rogue One breathe.
Let it breathe.
Have its own identity. It's like, hey guys, remember A New Hope? 1977, here you go.
This is that guy that was in that, and this is the guy.
Oh my God.
He looks just like this guy.
Remember that shot for shot scene? Well, here you go, CG, glossed up. I know that already, but...
And what hurts me is some of the audience was mixed.
Yeah.
The audience, some were asleep, because it was boring as hell.
Yeah.
And some were just like so fanboy, they were blinded by the whole movie. And we didn't come to see that, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of this franchise, and I'm looking at it like, bruh, stop it. The mission was stupid alone. I don't care about none of that shit.
2 hours of that, them trying to get papers.
That's a waste of time. Bruh, if you was gonna do a standalone film or on something else, you should have been talking about something that happened while Order 66 was going in place.
Order 66, there's your title.
Boom.
We know very little about them, but we know their existence and what they did.
What happened to that temple before they overthrown that temple? That's what you make movies about. Star Wars.
Star Wars, the Rise of the Jedi Temple.
Can I say that again? Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't care about all that other shit. Now, the acting of this film is what drove me to boredom, because it wasn't at the point where it should have been. Star Wars, when you put that title on top, that's a brand.
Yeah, right.
You dig what I'm saying? That's a franchise brand that needs to bring it every time. And apparently, Star Wars technically never have really brought it.
No.
If you ever sit back and think about it, they never really brought it. They gave us things that we enjoy, we like this fan shit.
Spectacle and fantasy.
Yeah.
When we talk about quality, it lacks.
It lacks a lot of quality, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like and
fans, like you said, are blinded by that, but no one talks about that. They just under the surface push it.
Just put it. And when you're not dealing with Star Wars, the Jedis and Siths, you really see how whack this shit is.
Yeah.
It had some pros, some cons, you know. Like KRS-One, the robot.
K2SO.
K2SO. All right, cool. Okay, cool.
He was cool.
He's shaped like Kevin Durant and looks like Charles Barkley.
He really did have a ball player physique.
You see what I'm saying? That big long orange shit, freaking. I'm gonna call him Charles Durant or Kevin Barkley. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He had some redeeming qualities. Yeah, he did.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't care.
I feel you. It's a problem when you feel more for the droid than the humans and like him more.
And that's stupid.
That's a problem, a major problem.
That's really dumb to me. You know what I mean? I didn't care for nobody in this movie. I really wanted to care about Donnie Yen's character. However, he was wasted. Yeah. This guy was a blind man.
Bring it.
With skills. Anytime a fool go and hits that motherfucker. That's some cold shit. That's somebody I want to know about. Star Wars Rogue One, I have to say, was clearly a waste of time.
It was a waste of time. It was definitely a cash grab, even though that wasn't the anticipation, or that wasn't the idea. But watching this, they could have gave us more unique, interesting one-off stories instead of this, because this is something that we could have read in a novel or watched in an animated series. This didn't need to be a 2-hour and 14-minute movie. This could have been a 2-minute montage. Yeah. How'd you get the plans? I'll show you. Glossy eye. There you go.
Boom. We figured it out. Like
Rogue One, brand new story. Yeah. That whole movie should have just been the battle towards the end. What they had in the last 15, 20 minutes, that should have been a 2-hour movie. And then the montage of what you said.
Bro, they could have, like,
Yeah.
We'll get on. You know how we do. We start speculating or giving how we would have made the movie.
For sure.
But as far as this movie, the music was good, but it wasn't climactic. That make any sense? That makes sense, right?
It was Star Wars, but it wasn't Star Wars. But they tried to give new themes, which was fine. And then they tried to, do pre-John Williams without mimicking him and cloning him too much. They threw a little bit in there.
Waste of time.
When they were trying to reference A New Hope, that's when they threw it in.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not climactic.
Again, it's trying to relive his own identity, but it's in the shadows of A New Hope. So no matter what they do, it's gonna be compared automatically because you're tying into number 4. And that's where the mistakes lie, because this movie was built up to believe it was going to be his own entity, and it wasn't.
But it couldn't be just by the mission alone. Yeah. Because as soon as they show Vader on the trailer, I'm going. False. I'm going to get on Vader in a minute, but
oh man.
So you're getting stable Jay right now because I want to make sure I give you guys this review. But
sure.
It's a lot in it.
It's a lot.
It gave me a migraine. And I couldn't take it. But
Star Wars giving migraines. Who would have thought?
That acting wasn't on point. The acting should have been way better than what it was.
It was subpar.
Yeah. Trash. Do you agree?
I agree.
The music was not climactic at all. It was subpar. Do you agree?
I agree.
The character designs were so bland and so overdone. It's like cliche for every Star Wars, every movie to have some new species and just give it shine for no apparent reason. You agree?
Character montages, they didn't matter. They were just there.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
I don't care about these aliens. I don't give a fuck about half the stuff that's going on in this movie. The whole mission was clearly a waste of time, especially when you waste Forrest Whitaker's character. This nigga is OP. He knows all these skills. You tell me about make this guy so epic. So epic. But he's not epic because you don't show anything. You don't show me nothing. Why this nigga ain't got no feet? What did he do to not have half his body? What war was he in? Where did he fight? What was that passion that caused him to go against the Empire? You still don't show me.
Yeah.
You don't show me.
Now the problem with that is the movies were never going to touch on that. So I guess they're going to go on the assumption that people already know. Because with this new canon stuff that's going on, they're expanding different outlets, but they're not doing it in the movies. The movies are focusing on stories that don't matter. But the animated cartoons and the comics are exploring other things that need to be pushed into the movies. And that's the problem. So there's a lot. The real Star Wars fans are grown-ups, and they're catering to kids. I'm going to get to that because Saw Gerrera has been developed. But the biggest mistake was having him in the movie and getting the iconic Forrest Whitaker to play it because he could have made that role something, but he was given nothing to do. He was just standing there.
Come with me.
He was a man of montages.
Why?
That was pretty much it.
They
told you these characters have to be explained. They're in the universe, but again, you have the generic audience that don't know. So bro, you have to tell those things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you said, the real Star Wars fans are grown, right?
We know.
Low key. Not saying nobody. Not saying the young cats can't be Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
You're not Star Wars. It's not that at all. It's the fact that there are Star Wars fans that have been Star Wars fans before I was even born.
They're accepting, but they're not asking them questions. We are.
And I'm finna ask some questions.
Yeah.
Cause I'm going to call out Star Wars as a franchise on this channel in a minute.
Let's do it.
So, you have all these characters that are not developed. But it's during the same time with Sidious and Darth Vader.
Yes.
You speak of someone of Obi-Wan's potential. You show Jeddah.
But we never see him.
You show all this stuff about Star Wars. Jedis are not even mentioned, but Jeddah is a planet where the Jedis were mentioned and once lived.
That had to have been around. This is the dark times.
So
this is the stories that Kenobi talked about. He was around. He was hiding. Just because he wasn't there doesn't mean he didn't exist.
The movie was basic. Basic is gonna get because the story was basic. The story was generic and boring and cliche, and we've seen it before.
All cliche. The characters, the action, everything. Too much monologue.
Too much
dialogue that wasn't important. Just to move scenes forward.
They just want to hear. They just want to hear the European English accent.
I got you.
That's all they. Just talking for no reason.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Motivational speeches, battle. Motivational speeches, battle. Subpar drama. All right. Exhibition.
Waste of time.
But nothing important. They're saying something, but it's nothing that we don't know. We must fight. Yes. Okay. Get to the ship. Rogue leader. All right.
Mission was bogus.
Yeah.
Basic movie. Entertaining in some parts because the fan in me, the fan in you, will enjoy certain scenes. Just seeing Vader on screen was kind of like, oh, cool, man.
We were there for the original stuff, so
that's
it was
Vader,
nice
bro.
chance. We remember.
That's
so
Vader,
it was nice
bro.
callbacks.
But I'm done with Vader.
Yeah.
I'm done with Vader. I don't want to.
Oh, you better get. Oh, yeah. You go ahead and get on it, cause yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have episode 8 coming. As of right now, I am completely done with this Star Wars shit. Episode 8's coming, and then when they don't do what I know they don't do, I'm done with it. I will be just a casual watcher. I'll give you guys a review. I won't even take my time to I don't even care about it. I'll be just as bland as half the YouTubers out there that know anything about Star Wars. All you know is about Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. I'll be just like them in a minute because there's no need for me to keep learning about Star Wars if you're not going to show me. It's like reading the Bible. I think this is perfect. Reading the Bible and knowing of all God's gifts and grace, but never can experience it.
Wow.
Like, what the heck?
It's a shame.
Why am I reading this?
Yeah.
You're feeding me this knowledge of the Force and Sidious and Plagueis and Mace and Yoda and Old Republic and just giving me all these great epic stories. You tell me about how powerful Luke Skywalker is. Oh, Luke is the best. Luke has all these abilities. Luke is the greatest Jedi ever to walk, ever.
But we're never gonna see it.
Darth Vader, his anger was so strong.
Right. Never saw it.
He's so powerful. He choked somebody through a communication galaxy away. Now, Darth Vader looked trash in this movie. That I'm all for blending in, but that suit looked weak. The way he walked looked weak. James Earl Jones, the only one that still was on point. His voice is on point. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Darth Vader looked trash. He had a mother freaking leather scarf around his neck. He had the red. It was bad.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I thought something looked off. It didn't look right.
The green and blue. Get that shit out of here.
It was supposed to be a cloud praising moment, and it was like, what is this? Who is that? What's wrong with his neck? What's the helmet?
Bro, when we get into when they introduced Vader, first off, they didn't give us no Vader.
Yeah.
They gave us brief Vader.
Yeah.
Which was a waste of time.
A minute and a half. Almost.
If you're gonna do Rogue One, you just do Rogue One. You don't add in Vader. You don't talk about Sidious. You don't talk about Death Star. You don't talk about none of that shit. You stick strictly
to
on the war.
Yep.
Because when you do that, you're fucking with me. I want to see Vader. I thought, my heart believed, if you were going to show Vader in this movie, and it's called Star Wars, I'm going to see Vader at his potential.
And in his prime.
In his prime.
Yeah.
Now, I understand it was a couple days or two before running into Luke Skywalker and the plans and all that stuff like that. I understand that. But I would have loved to see something epic. Now, the audience tripped out when they saw Vader. Oh my God. It was bound to happen. But they still didn't give me what I wanted from Vader. And this is what I want from Vader. I'm tired of hearing about all the epicness of Vader. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about how powerful he is. If you watch Star Wars, I ain't talking about the cartoons, the comics, none of that shit. The movie base. If you watch Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker has not done anything epic. Yes, he flew a jet. Yes, he beat sand people. What were they? They were sand monsters, right? Something like that. Yes, he slaughtered them all. They were defenseless. They were children. They were women. He never did anything iconic. Now somebody's gonna say he beat Count Dooku. Nigga, please.
By default.
Count Dooku was sent there to turn him over. That's why when he said, "Get him," he said, "Whoa, what's going on? No, this ain't supposed to happen like this."
Yeah.
That was all set up. And if you don't read between the lines, y'all got a problem. Count Dooku could have clearly ended that fool. You see what he did to Yoda.
Yeah.
He was yo.
Defeated. I've had. He left.
Oh, you've gotten stronger since last time we met. Mm-hmm. Man, I watched that shit over and over, man. That Obi-Wan came and skid him across.
Put that railing on him. Dropped on his legs. It was crazy.
All right, so freak Vader, freak Luke, freak them goddamn Skywalkers. I am done with them. I don't care about anything about the Skywalkers because they will never show Skywalkers at their potential. The only Skywalker who gets any credit from Jay-3 is Princess Leia. She's the only one who went out and got Han Solo, choked out Jabba the Hutt, something that freaking Luke could have just went and just did.
Yeah, but he didn't.
But he didn't because he couldn't. He weak. And if you watch Return of the Jedi, you'll see how weak he is when he's on that freaking ship, when they gonna throw him into the sand dune, and they go doom, doom, and R2D2 throws up that saber and he just swings away. He looks like Joaquin Phoenix and freaking Signs when he said swing the bat when they're trying to kill him freaking aliens. I don't have time for Luke Skywalker, his garbage.
No strategy.
Now I am a fan of Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
That's the Joker. But Luke, no. Vader, heck no. They will never show Darth Vader at any potential. I was hoping that we could have got just give me something. Show me something. Show a montage of we must find the plans. They're making a Death Star. It's bad enough Vader has killed and slaughtered many people. Montage this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe Donnie Yen was there like, yes, I remember when Vader came. I just called to say
I'm one with the Force.
I'm one with the Force.
With me. That was some great stuff. And
give me something. Tell me something like, oh shit, Vader came here, ripped that shit apart, took what he wanted, killed all them Jedis, the soldiers, the peacekeeper. Just murk people. Show me, and it's not about him just killing people. It's about him going against someone of worthiness. Let's remember, guys, he never ever beat Mace Windu. He wounded Mace from behind. A bitch move. A bitch move. And you gotta put it two and two together. Two and two together. He got beat by Obi-Wan, right?
He did.
I have the high grounds. You'll never win. Obi-Wan served him up. Somebody would say, oh, he was anger. He was at his full potential. Yeah. Got served up. Now we know damn well Obi-Wan can't serve no Mace. Cause he couldn't even touch on Grievous, homie. Mace Windu needed Grievous and said, nigga.
Gave him asthma.
He's on another level. Yeah. So he ain't never beat Mace Windu. He injured him from behind. Yeah. Sidious shot him out a window. He could be still alive. I believe he's still alive. Shout out to Joey Joe. The nigga's still alive. Anyway,
next scene.
New scene. So
tight.
I'm done with the Skywalkers. I don't want to hear anything about them. I'm gonna watch episode 8, but I'm tired of Kylo Ren, Finn. I am sick of all of them because they won't give me what I want. I want it now. I want to see the old Republic. I want to see the real deal, and that's for real. I don't care about none of this shit about, the prophecy and Yoda. Freak Yoda. Yoda has not proven himself to me, Jay-3. Maybe you, maybe y'all. He probably proved himself. Yes. But he got served up by Count Dooku, and he damn sure got served up by a weakened Sidious. Sidious was weak. He drained his power. New scene. I am tired of this shit.
Man, it's a lot.
All right. Yeah. So, just going straight up. The movie was mediocre. Sorry, Jody. It is what it is. Basic movie. I ain't got time for it. I'm gonna give it solid C.
See? All right. Man, well, I will say that there were some okay parts. I think the third act's probably the fan favorite of the most. It was the most exciting. I was kind of just dragging along for the 2 hours and 15 minutes though. There's a few characters I did like. There was some cool action. It was cool to see some war pieces, but again, it was just treading the same ground. I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to expand, and I felt like Donnie Yen's character, I'm gonna just call it and say he was a Jedi. He had to have been with the Old Republic.
He wasn't a Jedi. I think he could have became if he was trained. He was trained.
He was a big believer. Yeah,
he was a big believer of the Force.
His master.
But it says
things like that. Yeah.
Can I take it?
Yeah.
Give it.
You're welcome.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers telling me shit and they don't give me it. This movie freaking opened more questions.
Yeah.
Why?
He was fascinated.
Star Wars need to be called Why Wars, because all they do is just freaking give you mystery and never answers anything.
Oh, you find this interesting? Oh, wait. Yeah.
8 movies, they have not answered not one question.
The most inconsistent franchise.
And then we finally get the prequels that answer questions.
Yeah.
And the fans go and say this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Episode 4 through 6 gave us absolutely nothing. It gave us a bunch of mystery and we never knew anything. We went out and we started exploring ourselves, started reading books and other people's stories about Star Wars and everything, and really enjoying those. And then they stripped that shit. They said, no, we're going to go on our own thing. Now they gave me more questions on why. What the fuck is Jeddah? What happened?
Yeah.
Why are you getting this? I want to know what's going on. Why does this KRS-One robot is the only one I've ever seen throughout the whole Star Wars? Why was he not in episode 3? Why was he not in episode 2? Yeah. Where did he come from? Why is this? He's an Imperial robot, but I've never seen it. Never, ever. This is a waste of time. I'm tired of Star Wars and these why movies. Episode 8 is going to even put more strain on my brain. Why is this happening?
It's crazy.
Bro.
And we had to wait a decade and a half just to get answers of how Anakin became Darth Vader, just to see it, because we heard the stories.
We heard all the stories about him being a great pilot, and he was just so epic and everything, but all he was really a whiny brat.
Because there's some real stuff out there, like, even for the ticket holders, even to the ones that are kind of new to Star Wars, and the ones that are rookies and newcomers or oldcomers of Star Wars, man. It's interesting stories and fascinating characters beyond episodes 1 through 6. It's a whole universe out there that needs to be explored. They need actual legit adaptations. There's stuff that needs to be explained. There's answers that need to be told. It's still inconsistent after all these years, 30 years. Because, I mean, originally Star Wars was supposed to be a one-off movie. The original New Hope was supposed to be the end of it. And there's an actual book you can go and read. It's called The Star Wars. That was the actual title. It's crazy. But they added on stuff, and I think because they found things.
But you can add on and make anything beautiful. You guys watch Jay-3 Entertainment. I come with all kind of shit on top of my dome. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could freestyle this movie right now. If Jay-3 had did this movie would have been between 3 and 4. It could have been 3 ways. It could have talked about the actual Order 66 when that shit went down in episode 3. Right after, it could have been right after showing Chewbacca, all them going to war, and before and when the Jedi just fall and there's no war. Could have made that movie. Man, I would have blew up. It would have been so epic. You could have made a movie about freaking. But you could have made a movie showing the development of Obi-Wan trying to rebuild the Jedis.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Being trained by freaking Qui-Gon Jinn, you know what I mean, and explaining more. Because if you didn't see Mace Windu there, then you would have knew Mace Windu's probably still alive.
All right. And then you introduce us to other Jedis.
You would have showed us more, like Avatar, bro. Yeah. Like if you and girls, what you call girls, broettes?
Yeah.
Bros and broettes. You know what I'm saying? It could have been like you could have straight showed like some Avatar shit where, and we're not talking about the blue people. We ain't talking about James Cameron's. We're talking about Avatar, Nickelodeon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Airbender. You could have showed where he was talking to previous Jedis getting powerful. You could have showed so much.
Yeah.
You could have showed so much. You could have showed the adventures of Ahsoka.
Ahsoka's a great character.
You could have showed like she watched her master fall and show her rise to go against him to bring him back. That could have been an epic movie. Vader could have been. Like, they showed a scene where they show Vader like in a tube. Why was he in a tube? What the fuck is he doing in that tube? Why is he in a test tube? Why? In all the Star Wars movies, we've never seen him in any test tube. But this one, he's in a test tube. Are they cloning the nigga? Is he making an apprentice? Like Unleash the Force?
Yeah, Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed?
Great game too. Great story.
Part 2 track. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How come that answered more questions on a fly than this did?
And I'm feeding off you. I'm trying to think of something to give to the stakeholder, and I can't.
Well, give us some anger.
It's bland. Like, it's nothing. They didn't give us nothing. It was just another movie.
Waste of time, man.
Till the bigger event comes, which is supposed to be episode 8, but I don't even know how that's going to turn out.
Nah. Go ahead.
But I mean, with that being said, though, man, Star Wars they need to kind of go back to the blueprint, man. They need to just do other stories. They need to just go far back and stopping in the middle and then kind of going forward and then going in the middle. Just go farther back to stuff that people don't know about to give us knowledge. Just give us knowledge.
If you go,
feed us. Don't tell us something we already know, because I can read books for that. I read for that.
If you go all the way back,
just go back
to the beginning, you will have the best Star Wars. What I fear is that they know that no one's going to give 2 cents about Vader, Skywalkers at all. Once you show them real Jedis,
yes,
them real space pirates, and them Siths, when they are not 1 but 5 or more, you have a better movie. We're talking about freaking gang banging in space. You can't beat that shit.
Tight, can't.
That's tight. You got, and then you'll understand. You will actually be able to, personally, me, who I am as a person, I'm a Sith. I'm not a Jedi. I think Jedis are overpowered. Siths are more free. And they start controlling shit. But see, I'm different. Because I will be trained under Jedis, go to the dark side, and then be just a bounty hunter at the end.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck both y'all. But I need your knowledge from either one. And I will gain my own and be my own person and make my own type of crew. I won't be a Jedi. I will be a Jedi, be a Sith, and make my own.
That makes sense.
We'll be rocking like white sabers and shit.
I really don't think this movie was for us. Wasn't.
You see how I feel, man? What would I call myself? They got Jedis and Siths. I call myself Jay-3, nigga. We the Jay-3 crew, homie. We coming in with the entertainment style. Hey, we finna run up y'all, man. I'll be called the Avatars or something.
Hey, that'll work.
The wise ones.
Man, I had to give a shout out to a few of one of our ticket holders that recommended the Catalyst story to me. I wish I read that book before I saw this movie, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of answers in that, more than this movie gave, because I said that there was like a pre-sender setup to that, so it was a lot of information that the movie didn't show that this book goes right into, and it's going on the same time as the film is going on.
Right.
So I will be looking into Star Wars Catalyst. I think the biggest mistake Disney has done is scrapping the canon that came before the new stuff, because that would have given them open avenue to explore other things instead of focusing on the news. See, they boxed themselves in.
They did that because they knew no one cares about Vader and them.
Right.
The people that really know about Star Wars do not care about Anakin and them other weenies.
Yeah.
They care about the real Jedis.
They're forcing it on us.
Yoda and them are not even spoke of. When you start talking about the greatest Jedis and Siths, you don't even hear about. Sid is the only one.
Yeah.
He
was there from beginning, day one.
Sid is the only one out of the original trilogy that people still speak on, because Sid is the smartest Sith.
And he's the most interesting and unique.
Yeah,
and
he's
great actor too.
He's very smart.
Yeah, McDermott's great.
Sid is very smart, and he's the smartest Sith that we know of. And he's the only one that they always speak of. No one ever puts, when they know about Star Wars, they never speak of Vader or Luke. Them niggas is trash. Luke is a Jedi of default. There was nobody there. Yada 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 yada.
Because no one else was there. He was the best because someone else was there.
Exactly.
Now with Darth Sidious, he's the most quoted.
And call me out, Star Wars fans. That's what's up. If I don't know nothing about Luke, you can write it down, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna look and read it, and not even give 2 cents about it, because the simple fact is, I don't care what he did in the comic book. I don't care what he did on cartoons. I don't care about none of that shit. If he didn't do it in the original format called movies, it don't count.
It's true.
It don't count. All that other shit is somebody else telling the stories. If it ain't in the movies, that means Disney don't even give a fuck about it, because it's not relevant. The movies is what makes it relevant. I gotta go with the movies. It's the original format, and that's what it is. It's not like Batman. Batman original format is comic book. That means you go to that source first, and then they drop movies. Ninja Turtles, comic books.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't F with that.
They're gonna keep popping out cash cow franchises based on characters that people already know.
They got Han Solo coming out.
That's the problem. We already know about him.
I don't care about Han Solo.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Why?
That just lets me know.
Boba Fett movie? Are you serious?
I already know what's gonna happen, bruh. They're gonna show when Calrissian, Lando Calrissian loses his jet in the gamble. I know they're gonna do it. I know they're gonna do it.
2-hour movie on that?
I know they're gonna show that scene.
Pointless.
You're gonna give me back my ship.
Waste of money.
This nigga Billy D. Williams.
Waste of money.
I know what they're gonna do. I know what they're gonna do. That's sad. Boba Fett, Jango Fett, fuck them. I don't care about them niggas. They're weak. That armor looks trash. It looked like he got that shit from the trash. I don't want to see any of that shit.
I'll take a 2-hour movie on Ahsoka though.
Yes.
I'll take a 2-hour movie on Donnie Yen's character because he was fascinating to me despite how they used him.
And guess what? He probably was trained by a Jedi.
I'll take a 2-hour movie on Saw Gerrera.
He had to have the Force if he's seeing without seeing.
Gang. Those 3 characters alone can have their own story. And they can bring in new characters from their time.
Bro, you know what they need to do? They need to fast 8 this motherfucking franchise and just go all out and just say fuck it, because that's what I'm saying with this shit.
Bring in some lesser unknown bounty hunters. Do a fucking Dash Rendar, Luke's ancestors from Shadows of the Empire, the N64 game.
Yeah,
he has a tight story in the novel.
But you see that
the Battle of Endor.
You see that N64 game, bro?
Yes,
like
because that's where they're pumping the story.
The games
they
are better than the movies.
You said it. That Disney don't care.
You could have did a movie about
Shadows of the Empire. Would have been a tight film.
Unleash the Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed would have been a tight film.
You could have just did that if you wanted to do something. If you wanted to
Vader's apprentice.
He had a secret apprentice, bro.
Yes.
Between episode 4 and 6, there was an apprentice being bred by Vader.
Yeah.
Going on certain missions to hunt down other Jedis.
And you got to live that story. It was tight. Yeah.
You could have just did that movie.
Yep.
And no one, you would have saw Vader.
We got you 3 or 4 films right now. 5 actually.
You would have saw Vader. You'd be like, bro, Vader's tight. You could have put in, you could have did a movie about freaking, double sword.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
You could have did a movie about him.
That's a fascinating story in his own. Just when he
Where'd
showed
he
up. Where'd he come from? Why is he here?
Where did Sidious find this dude?
What was his menacing threat? Why is he doing what he's doing? Was he programmed? Was it?
He had a brother.
Was it a vendetta? Was it a revenge? What was it?
Up?
Yeah.
Like,
many questions, but fascinating questions.
Where did Qui-Gon Jinn come from? You could have given me about this nigga.
Yeah. Liam Neeson was tight. Shout outs.
It was so much you could have done.
Shout outs to the prequels. Shout outs to the prequels.
Prequels for the win. I'm sorry.
And for giving us great lightsaber battles too. Something that the original trilogy could not do, but I understand.
One greatest lightsaber scene ever. John Williams score.
Yeah.
The vibe. It was tight. It was epic, and it was long.
Yeah.
It was like what, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes in
20
like
minutes
two or three side shots of the actual stuff that's going outside.
Yeah.
Besides,
have you ever seen it by now? It means you don't care, so it's no spoiler.
Oh no, I ain't spoiling nothing.
And then when Qui-Gon got killed, and there was no score, and then it was just Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, just them sounds.
And Obi-Wan was like, ah! Yeah. He was enraged.
Yeah.
Tight.
No music, straight fighting.
Tight.
And then he broke that double blade in half. Broke that. They went down.
He had the Force. Darth Maul had the Force. Like, man, there's so much they could have done with Star Wars, but this movie, what you give it, man?
C minus.
C minus.
C minus.
I'm giving this movie a freaking C, solid C.
Because I didn't like the war and action scenes, and I didn't like a few characters, and there was potential there, but again, I was just left disappointed again. It was underwhelming, unsatisfying, too much hype around it. Man, just being a Star Wars fan, I know that there's more, and I know the better potential of it. Just have yet to be seen, and I'm still waiting, which is sad.
You know what I feel bad about? Because I'm gonna do a reaction to the new Star Wars trailer, and I'm gonna be so skeptical. Like,
and I'm on the Force Awakens train. I liked it, and I think this is better than that.
What? This movie's better than Force Awakens?
No, Force Awakens was better.
Okay,
I said I'm on the Force Awakens train.
I'm about to get on you, man. You tripping?
No, I gave that movie a good grade.
Hey,
I get
Force Awakens was way better than this movie.
It felt like classic Star Wars.
But that Kylo Ren's trash, and everyone he has to finish his training. How much training?
I'm not giving him sympathy, but I did like the character though.
Bro,
he was flawed.
Bro, he was trained briefly by Luke for a long period of time. And I explained why he can't wield a sword. That explains a lot.
At least he was interesting though.
I'm gonna tell you, it explains why he can't wield a sword. Because Luke can't wield a sword. He's trash with that shit. He's like,
maybe it's a generational thing. Yeah, because he couldn't either. Yeah, that makes sense. If Luke couldn't do it, why should he be able to?
And then he was trained with some type of dark entities of Snoke.
So he cheated like Anakin did. Because he didn't even understand the potential he had.
Anakin never was completely trained.
He was reckless with it though. He had a gift, but he cheated to get to where he was because like he didn't even understand it. Rey didn't even know she tapped into the Force, but somehow she was able to link to him. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, he was questioning everything he was doing. Again, he didn't understand what he had or how to use it. He was a rookie at best, but he felt like he had to follow in his granddaddy's footsteps. But they kind of touched on it a little bit again. But I like that he was flawed, because I will agree with you. He was a weak character. But at the same time, I was fascinated as to why he wanted to learn so much. What was it that made him want to do this?
But that's the whole thing. You know what they're going to do?
Sugarcoat it.
They're not even going to tell us why.
Right. Another 30 years, right?
They ain't going to tell us why. This fool stopped the beam. He stopped the beam.
Yeah.
That showed he had power.
Yeah.
But he couldn't wield a sword, and he couldn't hold his emotions.
Scene. I do appreciate seeing the power of the Force in 2016. That was nice.
Bruh, he was so trash. He even fought Finn. Finn should have been immediate death. Move away. He was hurt. Oh, he was hurt. Get that shit out of here.
I got you.
You guys ever knew that you could use a Force to withhold an injury so you won't feel it in battle? But I guess he wasn't strong enough, right? Him being 27 and training since birth, he just ain't got it. But Luke learned the Force in 2 weeks.
Can't accept that. That's that bending over backwards stuff. Can't do that.
Two.
Can't do that.
Came back with a robotic arm and shit. I have powers now. I'm weak.
Can't accept that no more.
I'm tired of it. You're not getting that shit.
I need more. Give me something new. Give me something innovative.
I have figured it out. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. I'm in with that, guys. C for me. C minus. Solid C film overall. It's just it takes how you want to take it. Some people are going to give us a high grade, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no wrong answer with your life.
Because I want people in the comments, and we can talk on Twitter and social media. Explain to me what I missed and what I didn't understand. I want to know. I'll wait.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it, because there's a whole lot more. But again, it was entertaining. If you just want mindless entertainment, then yeah. If you want a true Star Wars experience, save your money.
No waste of time, man. It really It didn't hit like it should.
If you're a blinded fan, then there's no hope for you. But if you're a true fan, you'll understand. Yeah. But you'll appreciate what they did. It's mindless entertainment.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker was wasted, bro. It's so much.
A great actor wasted. A great character.
Those characters had so much to it. He was he was an imperial scientist. Where did you find him from? How did you knew he worked from the nigga that you're going against, but why would you befriend him? What did he know? Come with me, child, come with me.
I have the answer for this. Another 30 years.
They're not gonna answer it.
Exactly.
He's dead, and that's it. Sorry, y'all, but this is what it is. They wasted him. He's dead to me. Trash. They wasted all of them. Literally, they were wasted. Blood speared everywhere. No, I'm joking.
Full of questions. Star Wars is full of questions.
Too much questions. Too many questions.
Too much convoluted plot.
And it kills it for me. And if they don't get it right, it's going to kill it for everyone else. And this is why I love the Lord of the Rings, and I appreciate Harry Potter and them, because they answer the fucking questions. You ask questions,
you want to know what's going on? Or we're going to give you another hour of something. Okay, but it's fascinating. You don't care. You ain't looking at that running time. You like, hey, man, it's over? Really?
Give me some more. Hey, what else y'all got?
And that's a 3-hour movie, but doesn't feel like it. That's Peter Jackson. Honoring, what's the name? J.R.R. Tolkien? Yeah. He's honoring the source material, J.R.R. Tolkien. You get an extended cut, and it's not a cash cut. It's a real extended cut.
Christopher Nolan gives you a movie of mystery, and you figure it out at the end if you got any type of intelligence. Yeah. And it's great. Yeah. I love movies like this.
No one brings originality. I give them
Star Wars has the most potential to just wreck everybody. It's not about money.
The main villain of Star Wars franchise is writers. Those are the villains.
They butchered it, man.
They need someone.
Like, what are they writing? Like, hire me, man. I will tell you what will sell. I'm telling you. Like, it ain't about just action. It's about dialogue, but it's also about answering questions. When people say, okay, I understand now. You're more fascinated because they're answering questions, so now you're paying attention more. When you stop doing, you're like, oh my God, this nigga's still talking, bro. What is he doing? This nigga weak. Get to something.
There was a lot of that.
I'm tired of ships. I'm tired of the airspace. I want to see what caused the war. I know what caused it. because they said what caused it, but I want to see it. I want to see if it was a Jedi stepped on a Sith Lord's shoes and the shit just went south. Like, hey, nigga, you messed up my shoes, homie.
Republic.
Man, fuck those shoes. Damn, that nigga mean. Niggas is fighting. This shit started over some shoes.
That's a movie right there, though.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a teaser trailer right there.
Bruh, that'd be tight.
2017. Stepped on the shoes. Now we know what's up. Hey, I want to.
That shit started. He stepped on his shoes, my nigga.
Perfect.
And he didn't like it.
Yeah.
He didn't apologize. Maybe Star Wars is all based on a woman's love.
Bruh.
You know how all women curse movies, man.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the most sincere way. Because if you look at all the stories, there's always a woman behind this beef.
Pussy in a galaxy far, far away is a dangerous thing.
And it would make sense why the Jedis don't love.
Yeah. Makes sense. It does. Because they did have a code.
They have a code
It messes with the training.
About love.
And it clouds their mind.
It clouds your mind.
Got
Pussy
it.
clouds your mind. And it's true. It's true. It is true.
Wow.
Think about it. Star Wars could have really started on a woman's love and affection. She was with the Jedi.
Not too far off.
Saw the bad boy Sith Lord. Let him tap that sheet. The Jedi couldn't take it. He turned evil by killing that Sith. They banned women forever. You can't love as a Jedi.
I have to be a Sith then.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sith gets it.
Yep.
But that could have been the beginning.
That's deep.
It could have been the beginning of Star Wars, all about a woman.
That's crazy.
But they will never tell us that.
Here it goes. They'll never do it.
Weak. All right, guys. I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Jay-3.
Ronin Joe Genji.
This is an epic movie review.
Yeah.
I wish this movie was better. I swear I do.
I'm just glad we had a movie to talk about it this weekend. It's been a while.
Dead, man.
It's been stale.
It's been dead, man.
2016 though.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know in the comments what you thought about Rogue One. Is there anything that we should know that we don't? Is there anything that you missed out on that we should know, or anything like that? Have you read the Catalyst books? What Star Wars franchises are you looking into? Are you more excited for the one-offs or the actual official franchise chapters? Let us know.
Ticket holders, put it in the comments down below who's your favorite Jedi and Sith Lord. And it could be from books, it could be from comic books, it could be anything. And if you have any recommendations of books and comic books you want me to read that pertains nothing to this, I don't care about this, just for fun. Yeah. Because I do like Star Wars because they have some great off stories. You know what I mean? Like what's the pilot's name? In episode 8.
Oh snap!
You know what I'm talking about?
The alien looking dude?
No. The human guy, the one that had BB-8. Can't think of his name right now.
I'm stuck right now. I know.
But his mother had a great story. It was tight. It was around when Luke and them were young.
Okay.
When younger. It's tight. But anyway.
Right now, yeah.
Well, anyway, tight. That's what I am. But hope you guys enjoyed, man. Write in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. Thumbs this video up, guys. Thumbs up. I'm loving all the thumbs up we're getting. I'm loving the subscribers that are coming. Thank you, ticket holders. We're almost at 5,000. That's freaking amazing. I started in June, and at the end of December, we're gonna be at 5,000.
Tight. Perfect.
Tight. And yes, for those that know, the movie hoppers were here first a while ago, you know what I mean? And then stuff happened. I had to revamp this shit. But to come back to 5,000 in like 6 months, that's tight.
It's epic.
That's
Thank
tight.
you for watching. Thank you for following.
Yes.
Thank you for being on this journey with us.
The crew, the kickback, man. Flash_2, the code, Jody Joe, HTC, C Smith, Knox. You got Sadler Ward. Man, thank you guys for just joining in, man. Letting people know that we are real out here, and we do have friends. We don't have YouTube friends. We have friends.
Family, yeah.
And we've known each other for over a decade. So. Well, most of us, but we welcome everybody as family.
For sure.
So it's still tight. You know what I mean? So yeah, love you guys. Thank you, brothers. Jay-3.
Let's have a moment of silence for the Star Wars franchise. Yeah.
It's my daddy.
Tight.
Night Rider. I'll call him back.
Moment of silence for the Star Wars franchise, and may the Force be with this franchise and puts it back on a particular level because it needs it. It needs all the prayers it can get.
It just needs to be revamped.
It
completely.
does. Yeah.
Like I would have did episode 4 and over and shit. They should just did that shit over. They should just did all that shit over with new cast, and then you can add everything in.
With the extra ingredients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Battle scenes. All right. Peace. Love.
Yeah.